welcome to another episode of Barbara's Vlog. On today's episode of the vlog, we're talking about something quite unique, something quite different. I told myself at the beginning of this new year that I wanted to have a content calendar, which I already do. But one thing I also told myself was that I wanted to be able to talk about the recent happenings in the economy. Something recently happened. What happened? The finance bill was signed into law by President Mohammed Buhari on January 13th, 2020. Now, that was increased from 5% to 7.5%. That is a 50% increase. Now, what does this mean to a common man? This means that consumption would reduce. Obviously, cost of production would increase, so therefore consumption would reduce. People will not want to consume as much as they used to. Now, 2019, Nigerians' debt profile increased by 22%, which is 22.9 trillion naira, as opposed to 17.8 trillion naira. One of the reasons why the bill was signed, even if the economy was doing quite well. But let me highlight the reasons for the finance bill that was signed into law. Number one, to generate more revenue for the government. Number two, in order to ensure that there is, effective tax incentives that will attract investors. Number three, in order to encourage micro, small, and medium enterprises. Number four, in order to cancel or reduce double taxation. Number five, in order to ensure that the banking sector and the insurance sector is strengthened. Now let me highlight the areas of the finance bill. Number one, how it affects business enterprises. If you have a sales revenue of 25 million naira and below, you won't pay any company income tax. If your sales revenue is between 25 million naira to 100 million naira, you pay 20% tax. Now, what does this mean? This means that companies would want to be transparent in their disclosures of their sales revenue, and this is actually good for the government. Now, no one will want to reduce what they actually earn. They want to be transparent in what they earn. And if your turnover is above 100 million, you pay 30% company income tax. Now, another good thing is that if you pay this tax before 90 days that you're supposed to pay, you'll be given tax credit of 1%. So, for example, if you're supposed to pay 30 million naira as tax, so you imagine your taxable profit was 30 million naira. So what you have to pay is 9 million naira. Now, if you pay this amount before 90 days of the time you are supposed to pay, you would pay 8,700,000. So you would have saved 300,000 naira that you're supposed to have paid. I mean, that's really good. And another implication of this is that small people can start something small. You don't need to start something big. You don't need to go to the bank to borrow money and start something. You can start something small. If you start something small, you won't pay company income tax. That's my own opinion. Another thing is that primary, secondary, and university tuition fee is now VAT exempt. If a microfinance banks now, if you want to collect a loan from them, it's VAT exempt. Now, I know the government wants to help the common man in society, but the thing is that this VAT still affects the common man. I mean, I know VAT is exempt on basic food items like bread, flour, oil, water, etc. and all, but the thing is that it still affects the common man in society. I mean, the common man lives on about $2 per day, which is about 700 naira. The common man lives on that, and you still expect that common man to pay VAT? It's really sad. And the thing is, I know people are complaining, oh, VAT has increased and everything, but I want to shock you right now. Other countries, their VAT is higher than us. Well, Dubai is still 5%, Ghana is 12.5%, Argentina is 21%, Algeria is 19%, UK is 20%, US is not applicable, South Africa, I can go on and on. But I mean, Nigeria is even still far behind, and this is because these other countries already have an effective tax system in place, so they can afford to have their tax at that rate. I know the government decided to change the finance bill in order to suit our needs and be able to, meet up with the requirements which they need to. I mean, to provide for our social amenities and all. But the thing is that they won't still be able to do all this because something happened last year. What happened last year? I'm going to tell you what happened last year. Minimum wage was increased from 18,000 naira to 30,000 naira. This means that even the VAT that was increased and whatever they want to do, it will still serve everyone in the society. That amount they realize from that will only be able to pay that minimum wage. And the other things they want to do, they won't still be able to do it. Now the next thing is TIN. What does TIN mean in simple layman's terms? Tax identification number. Now if you have a bank account, you currently have a bank account, you need to provide your bank with your tax identification number. And even when you just want to open an account, you don't have an account for. And I see the sense in this because right now the government will be able to track all taxpayers. You can't evade tax. But one thing I would really like is if the banks can actually comply and say, okay, by March or by February ending, everyone needs to submit their TIN. That's the only way they'll be able to track all the taxpayers, because I think stuff like this has happened before. In the past, you needed to submit your national ID or whatever, and I mean, there's people that have accounts without those requirements. So for it to be effective, there must be a timeline, and the timeline must be followed to the letter. The next thing is email correspondence. In the past, they usually send tax letters to taxpayers, but now they're going to be sending email correspondence, and this is really good. I mean, the world is going global these days. So even if they're going to send you your tax letter, they're also going to send you emails, and this is something. Email is something people read every day. Every working class person reads their email. Even if you're not working class, you're a business person, read your email. So this is really good. I mean, it makes people to be abreast of, okay, this is how much they have to pay. Because I mean, I do not read letters, and I'm sure many people out there too do not read letters and all. So the next thing is stamp duties. Stamp duties before was 15 naira for every 1,000. Now it's 15 naira for every 10,000. This would increase consumption. Next thing is annual dividend. Before, let me just paint a scenario. Company A, Company B. Company A earns profit, and before the company A will pay 30% of that profit. We'll still pay withholding tax. Company B earns loss. The company B will only pay 30% on the annual dividend. But right now, what they are saying is that the company that earns profit will only pay 30% on the profits, no longer 10% on withholding tax, and that's really good because now people would want to have their parent companies here in Nigeria. The last thing which I'll be talking about is insurance companies. Now, insurance companies can carry forward their losses indefinitely. I mean, that's so clear. So guys, that's all I have for today on today's episode of Barbara's Blog. My name is Isabella Barbara. Finance blogger, and what do? I simply educate, inspire, and motivate people here of finance. Thank you guys. Bye.